I gave myself a budget of $60 to meal prep an entire week of healthy meals. Let's see if Aldi can pull this off. So this is my recipe. I make 2 entries and a breakfast. Now, I came ready with my handy dandy quarter, but I'm gonna be honest with you, this is my first time at Aldi, and you can tell from the fact that I was having trouble with the grocery cart. As soon as I walk into that grocery store, I could tell Aldi's different. It's unlike anything I've ever seen before. You can see all 4 walls as soon as you walk in. The prices are all below $5. I've never seen 0.34 ketchup before. It feels like going back in time to when $1 had value. I see most of the brands are off-brand. Like 90% of the brands are like these off-brand Aldi brands from Millville. Like, look at the cereals. Just to compare, this is how an actual grocery store looks like, with 100 different cereals and different brands. Now, this is the regular Cheerios and this is the Aldi Cheerios. But yeah, something I noticed is the produce section was also lacking in options. But it's okay because I pretty much had most of what I needed. And what I didn't have, I was already had at home. So, and they also had these specialty items that I had to walk away from. And then this right here was my price percentage. I couldn't believe it. A whole salmon, half a salmon. And I couldn't find squash, but I found frozen squash and oatmeal. But this is my haul, guys. And let me be honest, I'm not using everything. Like the right there, the granola bar, I'm not using the ketchup. I'm not using that iron skillet. You know, I always wanted a cast iron, but I'm not using it. I'm gonna erase that from the receipt. I'm gonna erase what I don't use from the receipt because I did get a lot of items. And over here, this is my grocery haul, guys. This is what I got. I'm not using the Greek yogurt. I'm not using the granola, but this is what I'm using. I'm using the salmon, of course. This is my price possession. But yeah, here we go. So let's get started on the cooking. And this right here is the receipt. $89.80. So I'm at the end of the video is when I'm gonna cross out what I don't use, and like, you know, the toilet paper I see I already started circling. So yeah, let's get started, guys. I cut the salmon a little bit. I did collect some herbs from my garden, and now this is me over here. I have some eggplant in the fridge, and we're gonna chop up some eggplant, and I'm gonna chop it up real small because we're making ratatouille, guys. This is the first dish. The first dish is ratatouille meatballs. And yeah, so this is me. I'm oiling up the pan, getting nice and hot, and I'm cooking my eggplants first. The eggplants, I think they're gonna take longer than the other vegetables, so I started first. And I'm cooking all my vegetables separately. One, because it's better, and another reason is because, you know, there's no space in this pan. I season it with oregano and some Goya chicken bouillon. And now I got to start it on my zucchini. And you can see here, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to chop it up into little square bites. Because that's what, you know, the authentic ratatouille recipe, the French ratatouille, that's what it calls for. It calls for like little chunks like this. It's not really like those slices that you see on the internet. That's not really the authentic way to do it, apparently. But yeah, this is the vegetables I'm using, which is what is used on the recipe. But to be honest with you, you don't have to use the vegetables I'm using. If you guys don't like any of these vegetables, you don't have to. But this right here is the vegetables I'm using because that's what the recipe calls. And I do love vegetables. I'm not a picky eater when it comes to vegetables. Now I'm doing the same with the peppers, and I have all these rainbow peppers: green, yellow, red. And of course, I like eating high volume. And of course, I'm trying to lose weight. So this is a keto meal right here. The first entry meal, ratatouille meatballs, it's really keto. So it's just a lot of vegetables and meat. And the vegetables add volume in your stomach. So that's what's going to keep you full. And over here, this is the ground beef. I'm only using 2/3. So 1/3 of the ground beef. Not ground beef. I'm sorry. Ground turkey. That's what I'm using. Ground turkey. And I added an egg there. And I'm adding a Parmesan cheese because that's going to be my binder. The egg and the Parmesan cheese. I'm not using breadcrumbs. I'm adding oregano here. Pepper. And I did use chicken bouillon too. I didn't show it here, but I used chicken bouillon. And oh, there you go. I showed it. So yeah, guys, I'm not using breadcrumbs because this is a keto meal, and also, you know, so it doesn't add extra calories, right? I want a nice and lean vegetables and meat. So yeah, right here I have the meatball into a patty now. And the zucchini is doing its thing, sweating out. We're gonna move it a little bit. On the sideline, you can see there I have some garlic, onion, and a tomato. That's what I'm gonna add. And over here, this is a separate bowl with olive oils where I'm gonna keep my meatball. The olive oil is to prevent it from sticking. This is my meatball technique, guys, and it works. I mean, most of the meat is going on the meatball and not my hands. So if I want to use like a 2 pound of ground beef, I would have gotten way more. But yeah, so this is my eggplant here. So I added the eggplant to the zucchini, to the peppers right here. And over here, I'm starting to cut my salmon here. So I'm making my second entry, which is salmon bites. So I'm gonna use 2 flavors, barbecue and teriyaki. So, but I'm just cutting right now because I'm gonna marinate these salmon bites. And once again, I didn't use the whole salmon. I kept a bit of the salmon because the rest of the last 3 days of the week I like making it fresh, you know. But you can make it all in one day, you know. I'm just being honest with you right now. I'm making enough food for 4 days. So yeah, I'm seasoning it right here. So chicken bouillon, oregano, and I did wash the salmon, by the way, with salt water. Over here, I'm got some garlic that I'm adding in there, and lime. This is how I like to marinate my salmon: lime, oregano, chicken bouillon, garlic. And these are all my vegetables for the ratatouille. I have everything in there: zucchini, peppers, eggplant. And to save time, I put the meatballs in my air fryer, which does a great job. I usually put it in the pan, but to be honest with you, I don't have a second pan because I'm in a new house. I added more chicken bouillon because who doesn't need more flavor? And I'm using my favorite tomato sauce. You can use your favorite tomato sauce. This is the one I got in Aldi, and I love that tomato sauce. So by the way, I did add, by the way, this is the finished product. I didn't show what I did. Okay, guys, so I off camera, what I did was I put the ratatouille with tomato sauce, and then I added the meatballs on top. Okay, so now I'm getting my pan ready. I'm getting my pan ready for the salmon. I'm gonna just put half the salmon here because like I said, I'm making 2 flavored salmons. So I'll skin down, of course, and over here I'm showing you, I just got this barbecue brand, but you can use your favorite teriyaki and barbecue brand. So the reason why I do use 2 different sauces is because even though I'm eating the same thing, I want to feel like I'm eating something different. So that's where sauces come along. The sauces make you feel like, oh, okay, there's variety. So I'm just getting started right here on the overnight oats. So I put half a cup of oats. These are rolled oats, and I put an entire cup of almond milk. And this is gonna, and in a couple hours, this is gonna turn into like a delicious oat. But by the way, you can also use your favorite protein milk, like Fairlife. This one is a Aldi brand, but I use almond milk just because that's what I had in the fridge. Well, that's what most people have in the fridge. Here I'm adding some cinnamon on top and some Trivia, which is 0-calorie sweetener. If you want to lose weight, guys, use 0-calorie sweetener. And I was really, cheap with the sugar there, but I would normally use more than that. Now over here, I'm turning the salmon over, and I'm gonna add the barbecue sauce. I added the barbecue sauce, and I kept it cooking a little longer. And these are cinnamon apple overnight oats. So I'm gonna cut up and dice my apples. And yeah, I'm not the best cutter here because I don't have the best tools, but there you go. These are good enough. So there you go, apples in. I love me some crunchy apple. Next time I'm gonna make some peach overnight oats, because actually peaches, I saw some really nice peaches at Aldi. So yeah, so my barbecue salmon bites, I added more barbecue, and I put that to the side because I'm getting started on the next flavor, which is teriyaki. So I added the salmon in, and by the way, here is my my bag of carrot, potato, squash, sweet potato, which I got from Aldi. Pretty much I just put a whole bag of frozen vegetable medley. And remember these herbs that I got. Okay guys, fast forward here. This is the finished product. This is the herbs, the basil on top of the meatballs, and I could put the green onions on top of the teriyaki salmon. So this is what I got, guys. So oatmeal, salmon, barbecue salmon here, and I have teriyaki salmon, and we have overnight oats, the vegetable medley. I'm gonna show you how I would like meal prep something for the day. So I would take what I want to eat for the day, which is today I want to eat the barbecue salmon. So I take like half of the barbecue salmon here, and then I take the vegetable medley, and that would be my lunch. And I just cover it up, and this is my dinner. So the meatballs with ratatouille is what I will use for dinner mostly. And yeah, this is my portion size for today, and then I put the rest away. I covered everything else, and now, moment of truth, guys. We're gonna calculate how much did I spend. So I'm only using what I used. All right, onions $2.09, turkey $4.69, salmon $15.72, zucchini $2.28, apples $2.99, roast vegetables $2.99, peppers $2.59, barbecue sauce $1.65, oats $3.79, pasta sauce $3.45, Parmesan cheese $2.79, green peppers $2.29, teriyaki sauce $2.49, and the grand total, guys, is $49.81. Yes, guys, $49.81 for the whole dinner for 7 weeks. And this is it, guys. This is Aldi, and I'm gonna do more challenges like this. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.